not saying that as soon as you have a problem with a student or a child, you have to go to the parents. No, no, that's not. You need to solve it yourself. But sometimes some students will be very, very disruptive, and there is nothing you can do with it, and the parents must help. You must get the help of the parents. But all these issues, and we will discuss them together, because I can see that you are struggling with them. Okay? And it's normal. Don't think you are bad. You're not a bad teacher. It is the number one issue of many teachers. So, first thing to do, before anything else, what should you do? And I've seen a teacher at Volunteer House, particularly in District 7, she was very good in her class, and she didn't have any discipline or very few discipline problems. Very first thing, the first one, at the very beginning of your class, every time you need to do it.
The rules.
Yes, exactly. Very good. The rules. In my class, no fighting. No fighting in my class. You want to fight? Outside. In my class, no Vietnamese. Okay? You want to speak Vietnamese? Before or after the class? In my class, no Vietnamese. Okay? In my class, no sleeping. If you want to sleep, go home. All right? Set the rules. Well, actually, in District 7, she had some little boards with a picture. For example, be quiet. Okay? And she began the lesson by saying, shh, be quiet. Set the rules. Everybody has his own way of doing it. I'm not going to tell you exactly what or how you have to do it, but you must set the rules. Okay? At the beginning of every lesson, in my class, that's how it is. And I will not accept anything else. And talk about yourself. This is my class. You can say it in Vietnamese at the beginning, so that there is no misunderstanding. You can say it in Vietnamese, and then you start the lesson in English. And you say, and now in English. And just to make sure that there is no misunderstanding, set the rules in Vietnamese, and make sure that everybody agrees with them, and then you can start in English, and you say, now in English. Okay. Do you do that? You set the rules at the beginning?
Yes.
So how do they know? Okay. Just think about it, okay? And it's by experience, you learn that as a teacher, if you don't do it at the beginning, you get overwhelmed. And then after an hour, you get desperate because you cannot do it. All right? If you set it at the beginning.
It's like using tend to try to say they don't like that, so they don't want to speak.
Ooh, you're tough. Yeah, yeah. You can use negative rewards. Negative rewards. But it's a good idea also to distract them, okay, to speaking Vietnamese. What did I just say? Ah, you're not listening. Okay? Interrupt. Interrupt and change the focus. Don't focus on the fact you are speaking Vietnamese, you cannot know. What did I just say? Oh, we don't know, we were listening, I think. Okay? So you do not get a negative or a positive reward. You make sure that they are interrupted in what they are speaking. Okay? When they are speaking. You interrupt and you focus back on the lesson. It works very well. With very young children it's difficult, but as soon as they are a bit older, 8, 9, 10 years old, it works better. Interrupt. Interrupt and focus back on the lesson. Okay? Don't let them continue. Do it very quickly. And make sure that they're not listening to you when they are talking together. And then interrupt. What did I just say? Or what did he say? We don't know. It's humiliating when you are around. When you are the focus of attention and the whole class is looking at you. It works well. Humiliation. Modest humiliation. Not really a major humiliation, but basically interrupt them or remind them Rule number one, no Vietnamese in my class. See? And then you remind the rules at the beginning. Okay? This is not a major problem once you get the hang of it. If they know that you will not accept it and that you interrupt every time, they will stop. But you need to be consistent. Okay? Number one thing here is consistency. Do it all the time. Okay? This is a difficult one, fighting in the class. Do you get a lot of fights in your class?
Yes,
You
a
do?
lot.
Okay. So what do you do?
Share your experience.
Yes. You need to be very, very observant of the seating. You have to make sure that some people do not sit together. You have to physically sit. You do sit here. You have to. Otherwise, you will never stop fighting. Do you get nasty fighting or just playful fighting?
Nasty.
That's what it is. Very nasty fighting. You have to separate them. They cannot be together. It's the only way. If you lose control, you've lost the whole class. Then you have a problem. Then it is the problem of the teacher, no longer the problem of the student, and they will provoke you. Okay? Don't lose control. When there is a fight, stay calm. There's no point in getting even more angry than the student. You make it worse. Okay? Stay quiet. But people who are disruptive, sometimes when you go near them and you make a noise, like loudly on the wall, they will stop and they will look at you. I had a teacher, one of my TESOL teachers, he had a horn. You know what is a horn? It is a horn with a ventilator. You push whack, 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 very loud. You know, whenever there was a fight, whack, whack, whack. Everybody will stop. All right. That's one trick. Every teacher has his or her trick to interrupt a fight or interrupt some students who are doing something that shouldn't be doing, or sleeping students. Quack, quack. You wake up immediately. All right. So you have to find your own tricks. I can make, you're going to go to Google. There are lots of tricks for class management. But do not lose control. If you do not control yourself, then you will have a problem with the whole class. So that's about fighting. Fighting is probably one of the most annoying things, and it is very discouraging for the teachers. I can understand.
Yeah.
I can see you are reacting emotionally here, but you should know it is usually not your problem. If you have one or two students who do not behave, you shouldn't continue with them. All right. Now, here's another one. Students who don't want to talk. What do you do? High school. You're not. You're a volunteer. You're there to give kids a good time, so that they learn and that they are happy doing things. Okay? So, discipline problems, play, physically. You know. And by the way, I noticed that many of the kids have been sitting all day at school, and they were a bit stressed, and they need to play. Okay? Play loads of things. Play puzzles. Give them 10 pieces of a picture that you cut up, and they have to run to the board and put the picture together. Make them move physically. Not so much intellectual activities, but real physical activities. You will see. It helps. It helps for the fighters. Okay? Make them run more. Have the team 1, team 2, they get 20 pieces, and the leader needs to come to the board to put a piece whenever they have the puzzle together. Right? Many tricks. But don't try to find, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can find it on search engines for teachers. Easy to find. Okay? Does that answer your question? Does that sound like a good idea for the people who are bored and sleeping? Try it. You will see. Good games. Other issues that you have. Or other things with students to get them motivated. Very good. Very rewarding, when you have an experience. Rewarding for you. Yeah. Very good. I like that. Very good example. Any other positive things? Things that you are happy about? You know the girl that she's talking? Yeah, very well. Just for that example, what you are doing is worth doing. Any other positive examples? You can share them together. Do you meet from time to time, or is it only during these sessions that you meet?
Actually, we have our meeting of the teaching group.
Yeah, after this. It's not.
But outside the classes, if you have no class like this, do you meet regularly?
KFC.
You go to KFC?
Yeah. The whole class.
Oh, right. It's good for you to, it's good that you meet regularly together, because it can be lonely and you may be stuck with some problems that you cannot solve, and it's good to share, right? Particularly share the happy moments, be positive, right? That's one of the secrets of life. Remember the good things and don't focus only on the negative things, okay? But it's good for you to get together regularly, okay? And if you want to talk to me again from time to time, ask your leader, big man, and he will contact me. Or you can contact me. Some of you are on my Facebook list anyway, so I'm happy to talk. You can see the leaders. Okay, good. It's time to stop, unfortunately. That's all we have time for. Thank you very much for your active participation. That's very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank